I didn't have to waste 8 to 6 hours working on something that is very time consuming, that is very tiring because it's something repetitive. And for this kind of stuff, AI is perfect. You need to you need to find the scenarios in your workflow that you can assign this between quotes, more tasks to the tool. Welcome to Pixelados, the podcast where design, personal growth, and business come all together without the complicated stuff. I'm your host, Ronald Rosales. Welcome back, everybody. In today's episodes, I'm going to be talking about something that I've been using heavily these past few months. I'm talking about AI, of course. Everybody's talking about that. But what I want to differentiate here is the way I'm using it right now to do the heavy lifting of my day-to-day job or any project that I found something that can be done by AI. I'm trying to use it more and more and more because, as you know, I build websites for clients, and I'm a product designer. So I try to be always on top of everything that is around. And right now, you need to be very aware of everything that is going on with AI. This is going to be a conversation about that. I'll tell you how I use AI daily, and I'm going to be focusing on one specific scenario. And this scenario is when, for instance, you need to you're working with a CMS, a content management system, for example, Webflow, WordPress, Framer, and you need to upload a lot of posts. For example, I'm uploading around 100 posts right now to a website. So each of these posts has title, URL, a lot of information that I need to go field by field and fill in this information, because after I do that, I will be able to grab all that information and create automatically each card of the post. But this is something that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to do that. So this is something that I was like, oh, you know what? Let's try and use AI to do the heavy lifting, to make my life easier while I can do other stuff. I will start building the website on the other side. But on one hand, the AI will be uploading my posts and uploading everything. So then I can review it and publish if everything is okay. The first step that I need to do, or you need to do if you want to use this methodology or workflow, what I had, it was a Word document, with all the post information. Everything was there, and you need to do a little bit of planning before you use this AI, because the better the context, the better the output, or the better the prompt, the better the output. Okay, so in order to do that, what I did was, I'm using, in this case, Claude, and specifically using Cowork, because I'm using the paid version. I'm able to install the app on my computer. So what I'm doing right now, or what I did, because it's already working on it, what I did was I provided the document, and I told it, I have these 100 posts on this Word document. Organize this information so it's easily to navigate and it's easy to upload to WordPress. In this case, I'm working with WordPress. And it did. It read the whole document. It created a whole table, an Excel table with all the fields that I need to create on my custom on the website. So in the future, I will be able to map each one of the fields with each one of the fields on the website. So it's going to be like one-to-one match. Okay. So essentially what it created was a document with a title column, interview name, URL name, URL field, I don't know, date. I'm just making up information here because I don't remember on top of my head what is this about. I mean, what is all the information that is on the document. But essentially what it did was it read the whole document, and it understood what are the fields, or the fields that are repeating between each one of the posts, and it created like a column per field. And on the fields that are not, for example, I don't have one of the posts doesn't have any date. It didn't feel that field on the table. And this was great because I was able to see everything at glance without the need to scroll the whole document to find for the next one, and everything was like easily to understand. Okay, so the next step was to I need to create, or because I'm creating this while I'm working with Claude, I'm creating the website, so I needed to create all the fields to prepare my website to get all this information from the document. So what I did was created all the fields, the URL field, the date field, the writer field, the post information field, the post title. Everything was created in WordPress. So in the future, or in the next step, not in the future, on the next step, I will be able to teach the tool how to upload this information, and it's gonna be able to do it on its own. Okay, so the next step was, okay, I told Claude, open a tab, because the cool thing about working with Cowork is that Cowork can literally drive your computer. So essentially what I told it was, okay, let's upload all this information into WordPress. I created the environment, I provided the environment URL to the tool, and the tool opened a tab and were able to read the whole page and to understand, to map each field on the document with the information on the page. So I told it, okay, let's do it. Let's start by adding one so you can understand how to do it. And while I was watching that, I was watching the tool doing the work. So it was great because I was able to see where the tool was struggling. For example, when it was trying to add the date field, I saw that it struggled opening the model to input the text, the date, and I realized that there is no need to do that. It can easily add the date in the correct format. And I told it, okay, you know what? Don't use the UI for the input the date. Just put the date inside of the text field. And it did, and it was faster than the second round. The second time it tried. So after three rounds of trial and error, I provided some context, tweaking to it until I saw, okay, this is great. It's creating, it's putting all the information, and after that, I just told it, okay, let's do the next 20 posts. And it created the next 20 posts. And keep in mind that this took around, I want to say 20 minutes or something. But to me, it will take like an hour because I need to copy, paste, because I'm not doing any kind of edits, but I need to grab all the information from the Excel, go to the page, locate the field, doing that while the tool was doing it on its own. So I saw the 20 posts, perfect, and I told him, okay, let's do the next batch. And after around, I think it was like 2 hours, because I had to stop. I left and I came back, and it was waiting for me to review all the information. And I think it took around 2 hours to upload the 100 posts. Okay, which is great. To me, focusing, doing all these hands-on, it's gonna take most likely 4 or 6 hours. So it cut down my workload by a third, give on average, I don't know the exact information because these were a lot of posts to upload. So something that I felt it was amazing because yeah, it took like 2 hours. That's fine. I had to review something, but I was able to do other stuff. Meanwhile, the tool was working, and you need to keep in mind that because everything, all this is new, it's mesmerizing to see the tool working because wow, it's moving the mouse on its own, it's moving the tool, it's creating this, blah blah blah. But you need to fight that. You need to be able to separate your brain of the wow effect of the tool and now go and work on something else. Meanwhile, the tool is doing the thing. Okay. So I was able to create something else working on the page on another browser. So I was able to keep working on something else. Meanwhile, I was watching the tool on the other monitor and the tool was doing the work. And at the end, it resulted perfect. I just needed to review all the posts, like reviewing the URLs and all the information that was okay. And at the end of at the end, when the tool uploaded everything, I just told it, okay, let's confirm all the fields on each one of the posts and compare it with the document that I provided at the beginning. So instead of telling it, compare it with the table, I just told it to compare it to the source document. And why I'm doing this, because of course I could miss some information. Meanwhile the two were like creating the table, and I may miss one of the fields or something while I'm reviewing. So what I did was to do this confirmation step. It found actually some issues because it made some mistakes in some of the fields. So it fixed. It told me, okay, I made some 4 mistakes. Do you want me to fix them? Yes, please do so. And like so, it did in no time. So wow, it was great to see this happening, and I feel. The takeaway of this flow is that you need to be able to think in systems, in processes, rather than thinking on something very specific. What I'm saying is that instead of just worrying about AI replacing you or something, make it work for you and you can be more productive by using AI. So, and that's what I did. I just put AI to work on the more time-consuming tasks of this specific project that were like uploading the 100 posts to the website, and it did. And I was able to do other stuff. Meanwhile, the tool was working for me. So, in my opinion, this is the best way you can use AI. And the cool thing about the process that I did is that I didn't have to install any plugin into the website, or WordPress in this case. I didn't have to inject any kind of code into the website because the tool was working as a user on the website. So it was using the browser, it was using a browser tab to be able to input all the information. Okay, yes, I have to give access to the tool to the browser and my computer, but this is something I'm willing to risk because I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not coding. I'm not doing. This is just data entry, and I feel it's something that it can be easily done. It's not gonna be creating anything crazy on the website. So that's why I decided to use it. In the past, I tried to use it on a separate website to test everything, to be sure that everything was working properly, because I didn't want to test it out on a production website from the beginning. So what I did, I have another website though, so I was able to do a quick test on that, like with 5 posts. I check and I said, okay, perfect, everything looks okay. So that's what I did. I was able to think on a process and to be able to use Claude in this case, and you can use ChatGPT through Codex. Codex is something like similar to Cowork, or you can even use the console using either AI tool that you want to use. There are several ways to be able to do this, but this is the one that I choose to do, and I think it worked perfectly because I was able to save around 4 hours of work in yeah, with no issues at all. Okay, so now I have my 100 posts posted in my website. I mean, on the website of my client's website, and all good, all good. I didn't have to waste 8 to 6 hours working on something that is very time consuming, that is very tiring because it's something repetitive. And for this kind of stuff, AI is perfect. You need to you need to find the scenarios in your workflow that you can assign these small tasks, or in between quotes, for small tasks to the tool. Meanwhile, you are keeping an eye on it, but not watching it. So this is something you need to be very mindful, because yeah, I've been like watching the screen meanwhile the tool is doing the work, and that's not the way. The way is that you should be able to let it work meanwhile you do other stuff. Okay, and this is only for the web design part. I will prepare another podcast so I can explain a little bit with a little bit more visuals, because in this case it was just a conversation trying to show you a possible scenario where you could use the tool, but I would like to show you how to use the tool to design something or to do something on a design, for instance. But it's something that is going to take a little bit of time. But for the next episode, I will show you something really cool related to design and AI. So yeah, it was that was everything with this episode, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you have more comments, or if you have a different workflow that you will use to post something, just please feel free to put a comment in the comments down below, or and yeah, see you on the next episode. Bye.